everyone. So the vlog I'm about to do, I already tried to record once before and there was something wrong with the footage, so I'm having to do it again. So to make up for lost time, I'm actually going to be recording two today. This is the first one and it's called the Dream Tag. It was started by Christina Horner and I thought it was a really cool idea, so I thought I'd do it too. And basically I'm going to be telling you about the best dream I ever had, the scariest dream I ever had, and the weirdest dream I ever had. That I remember anyway. So let's start. To tell you about the best dream I ever had, I have to give you a little bit of a backstory as to what I was doing when I fell asleep. So basically, the night before I had this dream, I'd stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning working on a gingerbread house for my school's regional German competition. We were making a gingerbread version of Diagon Alley because it was the non-traditional category, and my friend and I that were working on it only had about an hour of sleep that night, and then we had to go to competition and do a bunch of like other things like running around our gingerbread house around and doing we were on the folk dance team and we did plays, and so we were doing all of this stuff and it was really tiring. And so on the bus ride home, naturally I fell asleep. And I think the thing that this is a big deal for me is because I'd never fallen asleep on a bus before, because I have trouble falling asleep not only during the day but like in public. Like I never was really one person to fall asleep during school or anything, but I remember I had the dream on I fell asleep on the bus, and before I fell asleep I was listening to the Wicked soundtrack to kind of block out everybody because I was tired and didn't want to deal with them. And so I was listening to the Wicked soundtrack whenever I fell asleep, and I actually dreamt the musical. Like I was listening to the songs. I think I fell asleep sometime during One Short Day or something like that, and I was playing The Wicked Witch, Elphaba, so I went about halfway through the album from that point, and I was dreaming the musical. I was acting out the musical scenes, and the other parts that aren't in the songs I kind of like rushed through in my head in between songs. It was really, really cool. I was actually kind of sad to wake up from that, but that's probably the not only best dream I ever had, but coolest dream I ever had. So, scariest dream. I was at some kind of like mansion thing, and it had like one of those circle driveways that kind of goes like this or like this, and there were like dogs lined up on the driveway and people were like running them over. It was terrifying, but the thing is they weren't dying, or like they were dying but they weren't dead. They were like slowly dying, and it was horrible. And I think the thing that terrified me the most was that two of them were two of my dogs. I had 4 at the time, and they were the two that were the oldest. Like they were getting pretty old. I remember just like waking up and like bawling for a while, and I was really freaked out. I thought it was some kind of like sign that they were gonna die soon, but thankfully they were around for about another year after I had that dream. But yeah, definitely most terrifying dream I've ever had, and it still kind of creeps me out when I think about it now, so I'm gonna stop. I know I've had much weirder dreams than the one I'm about to tell you, but for some reason I've always remembered having this dream, and I think the fact that I remember it is weirder than the dream itself. But I was in like middle school and I had this dream, and I was with a group of friends, and someone asked me if I wanted a sandwich, and I said no, I can't eat a sandwich, I don't like cheese. What? First of all, I love cheese. Second of all, what? Not only why did I dream this, but why do I remember it so vividly? And I think that's what makes it weird. So yeah, those are some of my dreams. You should tell me about your dreams. I'll leave a link to Christina's video in the video description, and you should make a video response to hers. You should do that. Alright, I'm gonna let this stop recording now, and I'm going to film the other vlog that I need to film today, and hopefully I can edit them both tonight. If not, hopefully I will have them both up within like the next day and a half. So